Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are in the world, be it in your house, at work, in your car, on the beach. Welcome, this is How to App on iOS. My name is Jade. This is episode 89 of How to App on iOS. Yeah. We're doing the trying out the thing over on Facebook again today, so I will let you know because I'm cheating. As I said yesterday, I'm refusing to pay money to use a service like Restream, so I'm doing this hack that I have. So if you're watching over in the GarageBand users group on Facebook, the sound won't be as good as it is over here on YouTube. So if you're watching there and want some better sound and better picture quality, jump on over. The link is in the actual live video on Facebook. Yo, so here we are again. It's Friday, no interview today. No, I'm not. I was going to be looking at Final Touch today, but shit just doesn't work out the way that we all hope. And that is life, and I've got to come to terms with this kind of stuff. So let's just pop over to the live chat here on YouTube. And if you're in Facebook as well, leave a comment there. I can see those comments as well. Gary Hubbs is here. Russ 888-9. Pete Johns is reporting on time today, live from his walk on the beach. Are we all jealous? Yes, we are all jealous. Lucky you. I hope you're having a good time there with the family. Good to hear that you're getting a break. Scott is here. Tom Rochelle. Benedict Stewart is here. Gary Hubbs, I've already said. What am I doing? Stu Cash. Tom Rochelle, man, my brain is absolutely fried, and my voice is, as you may be able to tell. Yesterday was an absolute killer on my voice. That's what we're going to be talking about today. That's what we're going to be looking at with my songs. So I'm not going to make the deadline, and that just is what it is, and I've had to come to terms with it, which is really hard for a Virgo perfectionist who tries to do way too much all the fucking time. Maybe I will learn something from this to try and step back and not try to bite off more than I can chew. In saying that, though, I do believe that I'm really close to getting this finished over this weekend, and that's a good thing too. My goal today is to actually try and wrap up as much of the vocals as my voice can handle and as my body can handle, and then, look, I could end up getting it all done today as well. Yesterday was quite a lot for me. I'm going to show you what I got done yesterday vocal-wise and how I did it. G'day Andy Goldsby as well in the chat, joining us. First, I'm going to run through a few things which I think are really cool, which I've been using over the last day. So I use an app called Pixelmator. I've done a show on it. If you go and do a search through my playlist, you will find the show on Pixelmator. Let's open the sucker up because it's had an update. And I use this every day. As you can see, here's the last image that I had open, which was for my MIDI Strummer episode, where I've grabbed a picture of this app and gone through the process of pulling this image to then add to my banner for the show. As you can see, with a lot of my images, there's a lot of these apps here. You can see there's the little world for my album. A whole lot of, nearly everything I do starts at some stage in here. Look, there's even a photo of Ron Ward in there. There's lots of things in here that I always start in this project. But let's open up one of them. Let's open up this world image, which is on my album, just to show you. So they've added something to this latest update. So if you are using a keyboard and mouse, and look, this may seem like a really small thing to somebody, but to me, this is absolutely sick. And this has changed my workflow by just shaving minutes of what I would normally do. So when you open up any app now in iOS and you've got a keyboard connected and you hold down the command key, you get a bunch of options normally come up. And why is it not coming up for me right now? There you go. So as you can see there, they have added to this app a whole bunch of new command keys, which is fantastic. And you can see here, so actual size, zoom to fit, export. So the command and E to export, nice and easy. Add a new layer, Command Option N, arrange, free selection. Oh man, free selection, color selection. That is the one that has changed everything for me, because every day I will take an image of an app just to show you how quickly. Let's open a new one up and I'll show you what I mean. Let's just start a new project and grab one of these images that I would do every day. So say this image here, as you can see, there's a background attached to it. It's got a white background. Good morning, Cold Acre and Rick Lisk, welcome aboard. So as you can see, there's a white background there. I would import this image, and normally I would move my mouse up here, scroll down, hit select, hit color select, and then I would touch the screen, hit done, and then I would delete this background, because you can see there it's selected the actual file. But if I just hit just get out of here, deselect. Why is my computer fan having a conniption today? Dude, calm down. Let's just change the settings on my laptop. It's having a meltdown. But instead, as you can see with these command keys, all I need to do to select the color selection that I would normally do on the keyboard, no other button, just W, and bang, we're ready to go. Ready to go, touch the screen, and it's selected. It just shaves off like 3 moves before. And then I can touch it again to bring up options and hit delete, and there's my transparent background. So what I would normally do from here is I would need to crop it. And again, they've added in these keyboard shortcuts. As you can see, we've got to the left, quick selection, repair, color adjustments, effects, crop, paint, erase, image select. But if I want to crop it, I just hit C, just the letter C. Hit C and bang, I can crop it down. So nice and easy. How good is that? And that would be my image that I would then drag in to make my thumbnail. So I hit apply, and then I would now, with this command key, just hold down Command and E, and look, there's my export page. Man, I just love this update. I wish more apps would release more shortcut keys for their apps. So let's hope this happens more and more with Apple apps. I just thought I would share this because the last 2 days of just making my thumbnails has saved 5 minutes work just because of these little shortcuts. So that's really cool as well. And I saw Rick Lisk say Ron Ward is in there. Where is this photo? There's a photo of Ron Ward. I think he wanted me to there's another photo of Ron. See, look, you can see in here as well. I've got, because I did Brian Bigler's album cover. So that's in here as well. So lots of things that I've seen. There's Brian Bigler's, and this is all on iOS. So this is all on my iPad that I'm doing here today. And yeah, that's that. So we're going to jump into my song in a second. I just thought I would ask you guys before I do go on. We'll have a look if there's any apps that have dropped in price. I'm not sure. I haven't looked myself, but I'm looking at these. Do you think I should buy these, folks? What's your opinion, folks? Should I go for the double kick drums for my new drum kit and just totally deck this motherfucker out? $219. You know, they're not really, they're an Australian brand. I've got there's some good reviews and there's some really bad reviews, right? I'm not expecting much from them. I really can't afford, super high grade kick drums, kick pedals. But yeah, I'm kind of thinking about it. So I'm probably going to decide on Monday if I'm going to get these. I think that would change my drumming up heaps. And that's that. I thought I would ask you guys on the show. Yes. We've got Cold Acre says yes. Pete John says yes. Do it. So let's head over here to App Sliced and see what these guys have got. Are there any, where are we? Any app drops today? So, 4Pockets, Shimmer. I don't know if anyone's used Shimmer before. I can highly recommend this app. I haven't done a show on it yet. It's in the long list of apps that I need to do. So Shimmer is a really amazing app. If anyone's got it who's in the chat, I'm sure that you would be suggesting Shimmer. It's a fantastic app. It's dropped $1 in price, so from $6 down to $5 US. Anything else new here? So there's a limiter here with $1.99. I don't know anything about that. I don't own it. Not much else new there or in price drops just from this website. But all right, let's get down and get into this. So we've got Do It from Gary Hubbs. Do it! Do it! Do it! Tom Rochelle says, why not? Ross says, why not? You can always sell them if you don't like them. Of course. And Rick Lee says, I suppose it's better than kicking the drums directly. Exactly. Good point. So let's open up my project. What I'm going to ask you guys today as well is we'll get some input on some lyrics. I got stuck on some lyrics yesterday, so maybe you guys can help me. And we'll look at that in a second. So the two songs that I added vocals to yesterday are World Divide Dead and No More Lies. So the opening track and the last track on the EP. And as you can see, there's quite a few vocal takes here. Because I was struggling, I was still working out the chorus, and I think overnight I've had to think about the chorus more. And so just to let you know, what I was singing in the chorus for World Divided was I had this idea to sing the word slaves, and then have this so on the first beat of the chorus, each first beat to be slaves, slaves, we're all slaves. And underneath, have this melody going, slaves divided, no one's united. That was the idea. But as I've listened to it more and more through the night and morning, I think I've come to the conclusion to drop the slaves line and just use the world divided and use the actual title of the song. But I'll play it for you and let you see what you guys think, because I don't think it's working now. Remember some of the slave growls that I did? My voice was getting hammered by this stage. I couldn't talk yesterday. Absolutely couldn't talk after doing all these vocals. So make sure everything's set to go. I just need to check these guitar tracks to make sure my noise gate is turned on. For some reason on this track, every time I load it, and I'm not on iOS 14, it keeps resetting my noise gate. I don't know why it's doing that, but I have to remember each time. Langston Reese, welcome along to the chat as well. So let's have a play of this song, shall we? Hopefully it's working. Split. So there you go, there's the chorus. Now let's pull all the music out so you can hear all my vocal takes. What exactly is going on here? So we'll solo all of these so you can hear what's going on. And there's going to be a whole lot more vocal tracks. I use a lot of vocal tracks, trust me. So here it opens with the slaves lines.
We're all slaves, divided, no one's united. We're all slaves. So blinded, the world's divided. Divided, never united. In a world divided. We're all slaves in a world divided.
So you can hear there on this track down here, I've got a pitch shifter on this one. So I'll just play all three of them together.
World divided. We're all slaves in a world divided.
Let's go back over it again.
Divided, no one's united. So blinded, the world's divided. Divided, never united. In a world divided. We're all slaves in a world divided.
Man, I love that. I love that down-tuned vocal. So what I'm thinking of, so what I'm singing there is just I'm leaving the gap for these two growls here, because I'm not happy with the word slaves. And the reason I went for the word slaves was in one of the other songs I had, I was singing the word slaves in the chorus, but it wasn't working with the song, and I wanted to keep that tone of slaves. So here they are by themselves.
We're all slaves. We're all slaves.
So there's a down tune on this too.
We're all slaves.
I'll show you it.
We're all slaves in a world divided.
So this one here, this bottom one, what I'm using is 4 Pockets app for the harmony. So the 4 Pockets harmony app, and I've down tuned to a 7, so a -7 semitone. When I play that again,
We're all slaves.
you've got a doubler on there.
We're all slaves.
But what it looks like I'm wanting to do now, I'll show you, is we'll just mute all these vocal tracks now. And I'm not going to sing too hard here today because I've got to do vocals. Is just drop the slaves, and I've got lyrics here. So let's have a look. We'll bring these over here.
In a world divided, no one's united. The world's blinded and the world's divided.
So I'm thinking of maybe I can alternate them. Maybe that's what's going to happen. So maybe I do this. The world's divided and no one's united because we're slaves. Because we are slaves, blinded in a world divided. And a world divided, never united. World divided. So I'm sure I'm going to come up with the right solution there. And I've written the first verse for this, but haven't really finished the second verse. Every time I try and come up with stuff lately, look, I'm having neurological issues. This is health stuff that's going on. I'm unable to focus for long periods of times before I get a migraine, get a blood nose, and then I can't feel anything in my feet and I have to sit down. It's very weird shit that is going on with my body and not really worth talking about here, but because nothing can be done because we're all in lockdown. I can't even go and see my fucking specialist. Thanks, coronavirus, you're a cunt. There's one C-bomb for the day. So as you can hear as well with this song, I'll play this bit up to the solo because Cold Acre is here in the chat, and Cold Acre provided the guitar solo for this song. Let's hear it all together. Anyway, so that's where that one is. And yes, it is a face melter. So thank you, Cold Acre, who's in the chat today, for smashing that solo out. It is a fucking sick solo. G'day, Deep Gravity. I didn't see you come in as well. So I'm going to load up one of the other projects here. So No More Lies. Excuse me. So yesterday I tried to get out as much of the singing as I possibly could in this song, because this song has the most actual clean singing. And today I'm going to try and do all the growling for it. I'm probably going to try and do the singing in the actual third song today, which I'm going to look at next after this and see if you guys want to contribute some lyrics to it. Because I think the lyrics, people have got opinions on this, and you guys may have some things that I haven't thought of for the lyrics, because it's about conspiracy theories and the amount of people who are following stupid shit like QAnon. And the song is really there to kind of just go for it and be callous. And I mean, the main line in the chorus is throw them into the oven. It's a little bit Nazi without being Nazi. It's a bit like Yahtzee. So here are all the vocals here. As you can see, there are shitloads of vocals here. There's, for the verses, there's looks like verse and these are verses, so there's 8 tracks just for the verses. The middle section has 4 tracks, and then there's this little growling bit which I've added on. All the rest of the spaces that are blank here in between. So between here, these are choruses that are missing, and choruses at the end, but they're all growls. So, but let's run through this and I'll show you where the growls are. Let's give this a play. This is the opening track, 2. And opens with a crazy growl, so I'll do it without growling too hard. No! More! Fuck the lies! It's time to stand up, or you're denied. No more lies. Let the system die. Money has no value more than in you. Time for us to attack. Time to take power back. Gotta take all the power away from the hatred in the system. Gotta take all the power away from the failure
system die. Humanity is a cancer, missing the circuitry for rationality, and we are the answer to cure the human virus. Humanity has the power to solve our never-ending stupidity, but violence is what we seek. So now, die by us.
So there you go. There are the vocals. Let's break them down a little bit here. So I had a whole bunch of effects on there which I have removed. I don't know why I did that towards the end of recording yesterday. Probably to cover up the fact that I couldn't speak after recording these. So let's have a listen to the first verse.
Programmed to lie, live in fear, then die. Time to take a stand, time to play your hand.
So that is the first verse. Let's go into the kind of it's like a second part of the verse. So this is all one verse, but I've tried to break up the melody to break up the monotony of the riff. We'll play them all together.
Programmed to lie, live in fear, then die. Time to take a stand, time to play your hand. Gotta take all the power away from the money in the system. Gotta take
Sorry about
away
that.
from the lies within the system.
I'm just going to change the buffer size on here so we're not getting as much break up there. Let's go back and do that again.
Programmed to lie, live in fear, then die. Time to take a stand, time to play your hand. Gotta take all the power away from the money in the system. Gotta take all the power away from the lies within the system.
So that's the first verse there, and here is the second.
Money has no value more than me and you. Time for us to attack. Time to take power back. Gotta take all the power away from the hatred in the system. Gotta take all the power away from the failure of the system.
And here is the middle bit by itself.
Humanity is a cancer, missing the circuitry for rationality, yet we are the answer to cure the human virus. Humanity has the power to solve our never-ending stupidity, but violence is what we seek. So
And the final bit that's missing off there, if I remember to solo these, we'll just go back to halfway through there.
humanity has the power to solve our never-ending stupidity, but violence is what we seek. So now die by us.
So there are the vocals for that, and I haven't really added much to these vocals, just so we'll run through what I've done. So if you're aware of Audio Pro, if you've watched any of my videos before on Audio Pro, all your effects are up the top here. So when you click on one of these, and we'll go to, just to show you the verses, which start here. There's compression on there, so there's only a 2.1 compressor. Let's hit play just so you can see what's going on with these.
Programmed to lie.
So I only really like
live in
compression.
fear, then die.
if I get unsolo all these fuckers as well, I will show you the difference. What I'm trying to achieve here is, let's unsolo all these vocals. There we go. So we've got 4 vocals starting here. What I'll do is I'll show you the difference between the two. Are they the right ones?
Programmed to lie, live in fear, then die.
So I've just got a double.
Time to take
Just a double for the first one.
stand. Time to play your hand.
And for the second part of that verse, you can see I bring in this harmony.
Time to take a stand.
And I've got them
Time to
split
play
by about 30%
your hand.
panning.
Time to take a stand. Time to play your hand.
And then I've got this bottom track here, this one underneath, just here. And what I've tried to do with this one is, I haven't finished with it yet, but of course by the final mix I'm going to add more of a radio effect to this, because I'm trying to get a sound out of all these vocals of more of a Tool kind of vocal, a Maynard kind of sound. So you'll hear in this last one here, it's really thin.
Live in fear, then die.
I've pulled a lot of the bass out of it.
A stand. Time to play your hand.
When I put them together with these two,
Programmed to lie, live in fear, then die. Time to take a stand. Time to play your hand.
I will try and pull out more of a radio bassless kind of tone out of that. So that'll come in the final mix down scenario of that part. Now I'll show you here with the second part of these vocals. What I've done is, let's just run through these. Then we'll jump onto the third song and I'll get you suggestions for some lyrics.
Gotta take all the power away from the money in the system. Gotta take all the power away from the lies within the system.
And again, both of those takes that I just played there, they're not the same take. I haven't just copied and pasted. I'm just tried to sing as close as possible. And I'll show you another thing which I always recommend doing, and I didn't do before I closed this project last night. I'm going to hit settings. I'm going to hit this little button here called Clean Up Project. And this will probably clean up about 1.5 gigabytes of takes that I did yesterday and didn't remove. You can tell it's taken a while to do it. Maybe it's crashed. Who knows? No, there you go. See, it took a really long time there to remove all the stuff. So there's probably about between 1.5 to about 3 gigabytes of vocal takes that I didn't keep but was still in the folder. So it's something you've always got to remember to do with Aurea Pro. So I'll show you what I've done here as well. I've added another vocal track, a third one without a harmony, but with a real raspy kind of singing, trying to get my voice like a didgeridoo. Woo, woo, woo. Just to give it a grunt without it being too James Hetfieldy kind of thing. So let's hear what those.
Gotta take all the power away from the money in the system. Gotta take all the power away from the lies within the system.
So as you can see, you can do vocal things like that where it's not a solid take of you really putting in all your guts, you know, gotta take all the... You can add something in there that's by itself sounds absolutely ridiculous. I mean, listen to it. It sounds horrible.
Gotta take all the power away from the money in the system.
It sounds like a chainsaw.
Gotta take all the power away from the lies within the system.
G'day, Sion. See you there in the chat. And also, Bubba, welcome aboard. So the reason, as I explained, I've added that in there just to give it like a bit of sandpaper, a bit of gruff, but still retain a really clean double vocal take up the top there. And then the two harmony vocals I've thrown in there as well are these.
Gotta take all the power away from the money in the system. Gotta take all the power away from the lies within the system.
And, you know, they're not perfect takes by any stretch, definitely, but they work well together. You don't want to get the two vocal takes to sound exactly the same. If there's slight variations in there, what's really cool about that is when it's mixed in with the music, sometimes with the frequencies of the distortions and everything, you can pull some really amazing vocal noises or harmonies out of two lines of two words of two vocal takes together that actually add this depth to it that you would not have expected, and it shouldn't do that, but it just works out that way. It's the randomness of doing double tracking that really works well. So here they all are together one more time. Let's scrap the music. Why did I do that? Not thinking.
Gotta take all the power away from the money in the system. Gotta take all the power away from the lies within the system.
So there you go. That is No More Lies. Now, all the lyrics have been written for this. Here they are here. So, programmed to lie, live in fear, then die. Time to stand. Time to take a stand. Time to play your hand. And what's missing from it are the growly bits. Let's just pull all these out. So, the fuck the system bits here. Let's move these notes over. And if you're not using your notes in GarageBand like this, you're crazy. I don't know if you've seen me do this before in other videos. You can do this by just, if you're not aware of this, just bringing up your toolbar, grabbing notes, and just dragging it up and sitting it on top. And that way you don't need another device to read your lyrics, and you can type them in straight on the screen and still keep your GarageBand or Audio Pro or Cubasis or whatever you're using as your DAW sitting in the background, and then you can always just flick the lyrics off to the side. So that's good times as well. So what's missing in here is these choruses, or these verses.
Fuck the system! Fuck the lies! Take back the power! It's time to fight!
What you're hearing there as well, before I jump off this track, is Cold Acre, who's in the chat as well. Pete's just written, been a fun walk on the beach. Can you stream while I exercise every day? Sure. You know what, Pete? I'll do it just for you. I'll actually do an exercise video tomorrow, and we'll get out my famous mankini from... No, I won't do that. What am I talking about? Talking stupid shit now. So Cold Acre, who was in the chat as well, added some guitars to this. He added these clean parts. Where are they? Let me find them. I think it's this track here. Let's play these in the chorus. And I've cut off the end there because there's a stop, and the actual riff rung out for a fair bit, but you can't hear it when it's in the mix that I've cut it off so short. Let's do that. just before I jump off this track as well, I'll let you know, because I have used Mammoth Bass in here, which clearly I did a show on and gave away some copies of it. But what I found was I wanted the roughness of the Mammoth Bass in here, but I still wanted that clean bass underneath. So I've actually done 2 bass tracks. So I'll mute solo that one, and here's the Mammoth one, just so you hear what I'm doing. So there's this clean one down here. Man, I love bass tracks by themselves. They sound so shit, don't they? And this just to dirty it up a bit. I didn't want it too dirty. But I didn't want that. Cool, so that's this song. Now the last one, this is the one I'm going to be starting working on today for vocals, because I haven't really done any vocals for this track. This is called Idiocracy. And it's the one I've been struggling the most with the lyrics, because I get too passionate about it and I keep adding words like artard. And I know I can't really put that in the song because it's not politically correct to put the horrible R word in there. But I just keep going back to it for some reason, because I see so much bullshit conspiracy stuff on the internet at the moment. And it's hard not to think people are fucking stupid. How it's my show, I can say whatever I want. So this is the song I'm still trying to work out the actual lyrics for. Somewhere, or have I got something muted here? All right, so we've lost sound. Let's try this. Hopefully our sound comes back. No, nothing like a good reboot. Yeah. So this is this song. And I'll bring up the lyrics. Maybe you guys can help me come up some words before we close. It's time to round up all the stupid for the oven. Just do your research, there is no other way. It's time to cleanse the world of all the fucking stupid. All of the ignorance won't cut it anymore. Now shut your mouth, yeah, and get into the oven. Idiocracy, the rise of the stupid. So there you go. There is that. There's not much more to that song. I've tried to keep that song as basic as possible. As you can see here, it's quite messy. I haven't tidied up all these guitar sections, which will occur. And this actual guitar section here. So Cold Acre provided a few other guitar sections, but it's in here, but I've actually muted it. I'm just still not sure if it works with the rest of the song. I'll let you guys hear it. What do you guys think? Let's hear it one more time with the added riff. I don't know why I just can't get it to... I think it... for me, I feel like it detracts from the actual main riff that's being played right at the start. Let's have a play of it. I'm just going to play it again to see if it actually slides into that other guitar riff. Going to play it one more time and just yeah, so that's that. I think this song's going to be probably the easiest for me to finish because, not lyric-wise. Yeah, so what do you guys think? Does it sound right leaving it in there? Do you prefer it in there or just with the actual riff by itself just being less cluttered? So let's play it again without the guitar part. What we could also do, because it's at the end as well, maybe we could just have it at the end. See what that sounds like. Yeah, we could do that as well. Maybe just at the end to give it a bit of definition from the start, because there's probably going to be a growl. I'm expecting there to be a growl at the start. I mean, I normally do that. It feels right. Food for thought. I'm not really sure. What's this? So let's see. Tom Michelle, I think that extra guitar part could work on an instrumental breakdown before the final chorus. It would be like cutting Slash out of G&R. Very true. At Coldacre, bless you, Russ. I was just going to say, Jade, leave it off the start and keep it at the end. Your call. Yeah, I think yeah, that's an idea too. To maybe bring it in halfway through the first intro. That would work as well. Let's see. Let's try that. So where are we? Let's just grab it so it's about there. We'll zoom in and try and pick it up right at... God, man, don't you love this shit about, like... Well, I do. For, compared to GarageBand, to be able to zoom in at such depth. Alright, let's see where that comes in. That's about right. That's about halfway, I think. Yeah. Is it? Let's see. Get rid of these lyrics. Is it here? What we could do, Pete's off to build some sandcastles. Good on you, Pete. Have fun. Don't get sand in your crotch. Or do. I mean, you might like it. I don't know. What we'll do, let's add... what can we do here? In fact, let's just do this. Let's just take this whole project, and I'm just going to show you how easy this is to do. And we're going to save this project as a copy. We're going to call it Idiocracy Backup. That'll do. So now we're in the backup, and let's take this whole guitar riff, move it to there. We'll get this lined up nicely. It's about right. And it ends there on the 10. So we'll chop this. We'll split that up. Delete this. And we'll see how that goes. Just as a rough take. Yeah, I like it. Makes more sense because, the problem was when I did do a growl over it, I was like, oh man, it's so cluttered. There's so much going on there that, a growl kind of just sucks all the air out of the riff. And if there's anything else over the top of it, so if I'd most likely hold a growl for that whole period of time. I mean, what I can do as well with this riff, I can actually copy this, you see. And the beautiful thing about using Audio Pro is I could copy this and I could paste it in here, stretch it back out, and check this out. And take the end of that riff, bring this, zoom this out here. This is some minute surgery, but this stuff works, man. This stuff works really well. You just got to line it, zoom right in, kind of find where it matches up like that. That looks fairly similar. Let's see how that works. This could be interesting. So we've got to drag that back a bit. Oops. There you go. See you, Gary. Ooh la la. Now there's a drag and drop that worked absolutely perfect. And I didn't even really focus on that too hard. You can see that was just butchered in there. Look at that. It's absolutely not perfect. But here's what you can do too with something like Oreo Pro is I can now hit multi-select up the top here. Let's just do it while we're in it. I'll select that first riff and then select the second riff. And why doesn't it let me do that? Let's just unselect everything. Select the second one. And now I can just hit join. And that's join those together. Let's have a listen to them. See how well that works. Problem solved, folks. Digital technology. How's that? So let's hear how it works and fades into the other riff now. What a cheat I am. Flawless, folks, flawless. This is the beauty of using something like Oreo Pro compared to something like GarageBand on iOS, because you get to finitely zoom in to this kind of point. Ridiculous to match things up. And you can see by that live example, I really didn't even zoom into that kind of point. It just naturally sunk up nicely there. So... and I did a whole lot of that stuff for my vocals yesterday. I did a lot of comping yesterday and just chopped them all together. But what's happened here is I've lost the other part at the end. Look at that. That sucks. I wonder how I've done that. I can fix that. We can fix that shit. Let's see. What have I done there? I think I know what I have done. Beautiful part is I can actually go in and grab the original guitar part here. Where are we? I can actually bring up my files up. Let's just do this on the spot to show you how easy this is. Actually probably should already be in the folder, so let's do that. I'm going to go to my menu here. I'm going to import a file. I'm going to jump into the Idiocracy original one. And we're going to find this file. Guitar part. It's this one here. And I'm going to add this to a brand new track and hit OK. So now I'm importing the original into a brand new track. G'day Mobile Metal, good to see you. And it should be down there, down the bottom. There we go. So not to fear, because I can now go into this file. So there it is, and I can move this up to the other one. Let's do that now. And I actually did change the where it originally sat from when Coldacre sent it to me. So let's bring it back up here. And move it there. We'll try and line it up as close as possible. Let's see how we go. Perfect. So we lost that file there. Something happened there with me joining it. I think it was because I joined it on the same track and it may have been selected. So, but as you can see, on the fly without much stress at all, no crying, no tears, it was really easy to add back in. And that's ready, I think, today to go for vocals. So I think I'm going to leave that how it is right now. Just going to rename this thing so I know it is probably the one I'm going to stick with. So we can rename the project to Idiocracy new main. And just going to do this like with every project, hit clean up, get rid of any dirt that's, and you can see that cleaned up really quickly there. So that's it. I think we'll just call it there today so you can see where I'm up to. I'm now going to take a rest for the day. I wasn't going to do a show today, actually. I thought I was just going to take a break, but then, you know, I hate being inconsistent. I think most of you who know me is that no matter what I say, I still want to take on the world and do everything. So it just is what it is. So that's why I did a show today, because it would be inconsistent to leave a Friday without a Friday show. That's where I'm up to. Hopefully today I get all the vocals done. If all the vocals are done by 5 p.m. today, it's now 9 a.m. I will be doing a mix down of all of the songs, then mastering it, and then sending it up. I was hoping to do this yesterday, but I'm in a much better position today. Sending it up to DistroKid, and then I'll probably upload them to Slaps, so at least I can have them on tomorrow's show that Pete's doing for Your Music Live for Songtember, because I still want to make it. I hate being late. I'm still pushing myself hard to get there. So, and that's just me. Can't really change it. Hard to do. And now I'm just going to look at these for the rest of the day. Anyway, thanks for joining us, folks. I hope you got a little bit out of today and got to see just how easy it is to manipulate stuff and you know, fix stuff like I did there. Thanks for giving me some input on the songs. I think I'll be able to pull off these lyrics pretty easy. I'm going to pull them out of my ass like I did yesterday with the other lyrics, because they all just came out of nowhere. So it's pretty, I have the ideas in my head. So well, that will be it for today. Thank you for joining me on the live stream. If you're watching the replay, you'll see some little buttons pop up now with a subscribe now and a playlist of other videos. So go ahead and click those and you can be treated to all the other videos that come up. Before I do wrap up, the last thing I did want to say, if I do get all this done by today or tomorrow, I will most likely do a show on Sunday after Pete's Q&A show, and I will do a show on Final Touch, because I do want to show you guys how I'm mastering all these songs. So if everything goes to plan, the plan is that Sunday after Pete's Q&A show, I will do a show on Final Touch, because I know everybody's hanging for it. I'm hanging to do a show on it, and that will be the deal. And until then, folks, I will see you tomorrow in the chat on Pete's show. I hope you all have a wonderful day creating, doing whatever, hanging out with your family, your loved ones. Do something kind for someone or something other than yourself, because you will be doing something kind for yourself in the long run. Take care, do the things that make you happy, and I will see you on Sunday if all goes to plan. Adios, my friends. Take it easy, and I will see you soon. Bye-bye.